Hello and welcome back to Starfield 2026. We are madly chasing through trying to resolve this whole situation with the farmers and the farmland and the First and Maya Cruz and Marco. And we're kind of ignoring poor Walter over there who desperately wants to get us involved in something. We'll come back to him. I tucked back into the lodge to take a quick nap because onboard ship is, well, not that comfortable yet. But mostly I came back, so I made sure I dropped some things in the box in the lodge. I wanted to make sure I never sold. I mean, we came up with some X-Tech and such, and I had a couple of weapons that aren't on the top of my list, but I want to keep my hands on them for a bit at least. Not going to do shopping. I could, but I'm not. Let's just jump right in with the next bit. So, faction quest, on the run. Go to the Red Mile. Back out, come back in again, and it'll come up to the right page. There we go. Prima 3, place called the Red Mile.
Are you prepared to face judgment?
Okay, so we've got some Varun.
Damage sustained. No getting out of this one.
I suppose I should try to capture some ships at some point. I don't know. It never really seemed to be worthwhile. Getting a lot of pilot-induced oscillations from the fact that my ship is much more nimble. See what he has to say.
That got a little too exciting back there. Now, most ships would have bugged out and left us with this mess. But you? Total class act. Any way we can repay you?
I could use some repair parts.
Transferring parts now. Can't stay here gabbing all day. Fly safe.
Always seems like repair parts are potentially a problem. If I need them, I end up needing a lot of them. Ooh, schematic. Advanced ship scrap unit module. Ooh. I wonder if I can build those on my ship. I wonder what they do. I got a couple of schematics that have come up now. So yeah, let's shut down the engines.
You take care.
Okay, so crafting. We've got Freestar and Crimson Fleet spacesuit workbenches. Okay, all the normal crafting things, decorations, displays. Oh, self-service bounty clearance might come in handy at some point. Module recycler. Use this to strip legendary modules from items. Interesting. Again, I think I'm not going to worry too much about this stuff until I get to be a higher level. But we could, like, tuck this back in a corner here. So there's a couple things. A ship optimization terminal needs an iron. Seems to me that if I can score a little bit of iron here and there, I should be putting an optimization terminal in each ship. Let's bear that in mind. Okay, we can actually do the jump from the back of the ship. Computer, take us into land.
Touchdown imminent.
Be nice if you said that before we landed.
I think I could do quite well on the Red Mile. I think together, the two of us could do very well.
So the last time I did the Red Mile, let's just say I was at a much, much higher level with much, much more skills, and I was able to simply to fly over the whole thing. This could be a challenge, given that I've got no special skills. But we do have decent weapons, and our difficulty is set low.
Wait, don't shoot me! I didn't do anything wrong!
Bullshit.
And there's the lady we're here to meet.
I'm really not in the mood. Wait a minute. Judging by the wide-eyed and clueless look on your face, I'm guessing you're the new deputy.
I specially craft that wide-eyed, clueless look to disarm people.
Wonderful. Well, your timing couldn't be worse. I've spent weeks trying to crack this smuggling ring, and I'm about to take a very important meeting. Yeah, well, you're here now, so we'll just have to make it work. I don't have time to catch you up, so you're gonna have to follow my lead. I'm about to meet with a contact who might be able to give me vital information about the smuggling ring. If you play your cards right and don't do anything stupid, she might be able to help you find Marco. If you're ready, my contact is here and waiting.
Okay.
Follow me.
We probably should have asked some questions.
Here to bask in my glory,
People just leaving
Donovan Reese.
credits
I
on the
dislike
table?
him intensely.
Yeah, well, things changed. Take a seat.
So you're working with Autumn, huh? Who are you? Is that so?
The deputy here is interested in meeting Marco to talk about that mercenary company he's been funding. Since part of that money is coming from his smuggling operation, we're working together.
So you're investigating the first? Why? Seems like a strange thing for a mercenary company to be doing.
I guess an introduction is in order. Like Marco, Jade here is the head of a small smuggling cartel. Difference is her crew stays out of Freestar Collective space, while Marco's group operates exclusively within it.
Except now he's looking to expand his operation, and he started moving in on my territory. Now you're talking. Look, the bad news is, Marco's incredibly paranoid. He never stays in one place for long. The good news is, I know how to find him.
But you're not going to tell us yet because you want something.
I want the same thing you do. I want Marco out of the picture. But like I said, getting a meeting with him can be damn near impossible. One of the few people who can arrange such a meeting is right here at Red Mile.
May Divine. We've suspected for some time that Red Mile was a meeting place for smugglers. If she's in business with Marco, she won't give him up easily.
My thinking exactly. I can tell you right now what she's gonna want, because it's the same thing she always wants. She wants runners. It's how she makes most of her money. Of course, people that hard-blooded aren't easy to find.
Yeah, well, I'm not going out on the mile. That's a death sentence. There has to be another way.
You've been a ranger long enough that too many people know your face and your name. Runners attract a lot of attention. If someone recognizes you and tips off May, this whole thing is shot. You, on the other hand, are just a deputy. It's pretty unlikely that a lot of people know you.
You don't have to do this. We'll find another way to get to Marco.
I'm up for it.
I hope that's not false bravado, Deputy, because this is life and death we're talking about.
You have played your hand well, Jade. Using the Rangers to eliminate a rival. Very clever.
From where I'm sitting, we're using each other.
If it's really as simple as asking May Divine for a meeting with Marco, then I guess that's all you need to do. We'll wait here for you. Try not to die. Will you?
What did
Really
you
going to take on the mile, huh?
So it strikes me that I have never attempted to find a different way to find Marco. Maybe someday. See if there's another way to get to Marco without taking on the Red Mile. You know, just in case you have a character that can't possibly do it. Well, hey, May.
Enjoy your time here at the Red Mile. Ah, a new face. I wonder.
Like your dress, girl.
Brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile? Or simply one seeking a respite from the burdens of life? My name is May, and I'm the proprietor of this establishment, home of the famous Red Mile. I assume you're familiar. Well, of course you are. How could you miss hearing about the Settled System's most exciting sporting event? Why, even people from the most backwoods systems like Seoul have heard of the Red Mile. I'm happy to answer any other questions you might have. In the meantime, please enjoy our world's famous hospitality. That is true, but Mr. Graziani values his privacy. What is your business with him, exactly? Yes, this is not unknown to me. His association with the First is troubling, to say the least, and that trouble could find its way here. It's been too long since we've had proper entertainment. If you're willing to provide it, I'll give you Marco. Are you prepared to run the Red Mile?
Sure. Again, maybe there's some other way we can do this, but I'm going to do this by running the Red Mile.
Once you've begun, I'll collect bets from my patrons who will place wagers on your survival. That's what every runner says.
You definitely have at least 50-50 chance.
I'm getting that you do this solo.
Are you ready to begin? Good.
So I can take Andreja.
And I'll introduce you.
So we've got this new rifle.
Things people would do to try and make money.
Your attention, please. Valued patrons.
Get a picture of myself in the Red Mile area here. Photo mode. Orbital. Don't want selfie. What I want is a nice picture. Orbital actually does pretty good. Let's widen the field of view out a little bit more. There we go.
The hour of things. Yes! A runner has come to test the Red Mile!
Oh, it's got a scope on it. Cool. So this is space adept, which means it's actually more effective in space combat, so boarding ships and such, which is kind of a downside for us right now. Drum magazine, so it's got a lot of bullets, and semi-automatic, which means if you hold down the trigger, you just get the one. So we have to click, 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 click. That's okay. That means each bullet does more damage. If we go strictly by DPS, we have this calibrated shotty as well. Ooh, oh, let's use this. And of course, my hunting rifle. It's always in there. Yeah, let's use the calibrated shotty. Range is 11, so you're really close range. So 4 is him.
Do you see the fire in those eyes? What is that?
And 7 is the shotty.
Determination? I think you'll agree that we're in for quite a show. The rules are simple. Go through the door and take the elevator down to where the mile begins.
That's the weapon I want right there. Called a hard target. 50 caliber sniper rifle. Range over 100 meters.
You're alive, and your run will be complete.
Oh, over 100. 100, whatever the distance unit is. We don't start getting those until a higher level, though. They're really good weapons. They'd be totally overpowered at level 25. So we're headed for there. Basically, the idea is you have to run all the way out, and you hit a button where it says Red Mile, and then you run all the way back. The thing is, there are predators. I think Andreja's with us. Oh, that's good. Yay, we have company.
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
And that's junk. Dead bodies and boxes might have good stuff. The Red Mile Maulers are our primary concern. Like I said, it's so much easier if you got your skills up to the point where you can just fly over all of this. You stay out of the range of all the monsters. Okay, we shoot it once, and Andreja starts shooting. Oh, we've got a local. There's two of them. Got him.
Is that for selling tickets or personal?
Okay. I think I'm going to stay stealthed. Having 70 rounds available in the semi-automatic weapon is very nice. It means I can keep fighting for quite a while before I have to reload. There. Little by little, we're getting there. I think keeping the scanner up is a good idea, too. Yay! If I stay stealth, I might even get some more sneak attacks. A letter to Sylvia. Shouldn't have done this. Even without aiming properly, still does pretty good. I was shooting at the rock. I miss VATS. Okay, so these guys are 100% scanned, which means we now know their temperament, the resource we get from them, the biomes are found in, their health, and so on. The place outpost button is the same as the reload button. I might as well scan these guys while we're here. No, it doesn't make any difference. I'm not going to run around scanning plants on the Red Mile. I would have to really, finish all of them to make a difference. At some point, we're going to go around and we're going to do a ton of scanning, but I think we want to be fairly high level for that so we can just shrug off any of the local predators and such. There's a mauler over there somewhere. Yeah, if I'm going to work my stealth skill up, I need to just habitually stay stealthed. But I get the best chance of getting at least one sneak attack off. All sorts of junk in here.
Let us try not to be responsible for any industrial-sized accidents while we are here.
Anybody else?
We reached the stacks. Trigger the flare and make it back. We can do this!
So she has dialogue indicates she knows what's going on here. That's cool.
Spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
Loot first, then trigger the flare. So I am guessing that since this is a computer game, that poking that button will cause things to happen. Runner's Diary. Okay, Grunt Issue 1, ballistic weapons do 5% more critical damage. Well, that comes in handy because ballistic is a calibrated old Earth hunting rifle. It's kind of like what we have. Sort by DPS. My hunting rifle is 464 DPS. So my hunting rifle is twice the DPS it has. Of course, I haven't. Oh, right. We got that instigating and armor-piercing rounds. Okay.
Hopefully there is something of value here.
2 more X-Tech. What I want to do is see if I can clear out all of the beasties that I can see. So I'm pretty sure that hitting that button will aggro everything within a fairly decent radius. Now, G6, sealant. There's spacer down here. Now, I have heard that somewhere in this area there's actually some really good loot. I've never really found it. Of course, I've never really stuck around to search for it. I don't really need to be stealthed right now. Well, that's a door with a flickering light on it. That's waving at me saying, "Come, open me." I bet you it's locked. We got a couple of guys dead outside. Expert lock. Okay. This is looking more and more interesting. What can be used on the outside most? You can be used on the outside most, and then 2. Okay. Easy peasy. Ooh. Okay. Deep core spacesuit and nothing really earth-shattering so far. Disassembler modified bridger. We'll have to compare that with our other weapons. Cornered suppressed calibrated regulator. Later. Okay, that's a nice little handgun. Contraband. I still don't know anywhere I can deal with contraband, so I can't really start picking up contraband yet. So yeah, I'm guessing that every time we come back to here to run the Red Mile, it resets all the bad guys. So we're not just going to be able to run in here, but it's good to know that we can run the Red Mile and pick up 5 Xeno Warfare tech and 5 stolen artwork. Which are probably quite valuable if we have sufficient skills and somebody willing to buy them. Now, what I've heard in the past was there was good loot here, but that's probably just the... Yeah, that's probably just the contraband. We'll see if the weapons are any good. Okay, I think it's time for us to head back up and actually take care of hitting the button. Is there anything else I want to see? Yep, I think it's time to hit the button and head back in. I think I'm going to spend a health kit so that we start this at full health before I hit the button. Because I have faith that the fan is going to be hit.
Something of value here.
Here we go. If I can outrun everything, I will. No extra points for sitting around. I am suspecting that at this point these are going to be infinite spawns. And if we slow down to deal with them, we will be caught up in infinite spawn. I saw one head away from us. That's good. If he's running away, he's running away. I'm not even going to stop to loot. Yes, these guys have an attack that's a lot like being hit by a grenade. Okay, little shotgun comes in handy. I'm not too worried about leaving Andreja behind. She's probably down on a knee at this point, because when we go through a door, she'll meet us on the other side. See, there she is. You okay?
Do you need something? Ah, thank you for reminding me.
She's just been palming credits as we walk by tables, I guess.
Okay. Hello. Any vacancies on your crew? Oh well, can't blame me for trying.
So she's got 1 point worth of pistol certification and nothing else. Yeah, our ship is full. In fact, it's full enough I can't even assign Andreja to it. Okay, we did it.
Fame and fortune await in the Red Mile, if you have what it takes. Congratulations, runner. You have succeeded where most have failed. In fact, you seem none the worse for wear. Indeed you have, and in most impressive fashion. As promised, I'll set up your meeting with Marco. I'll dispatch a courier to let him know you're coming. Please take a moment to relax and enjoy our hospitality. I'll return shortly.
Okay, let's go talk to Autumn.
I've seen you run. Not bad. You have a ways to go if you want to be pirate.
You made it.
You must be tougher than you look.
You're back. Are you okay?
That was fun.
And here I was feeling like a nervous wreck the whole time. Guess I had nothing to worry about. Anyway, I'm relieved you made it through okay.
Why? Afraid you'd lose all that work you put into your smuggling investigation?
I wouldn't expect you to understand. All you see in people is what you can get from them. I'm glad, because that was an incredibly brave thing you did. And we need rangers with that kind of courage. Also, I owe you an apology. I was pretty awful to you at first. I'm sorry about that. How could you possibly... Maybe someday I can... But no. No. Now isn't the time. We need to focus on the task at hand. Once you're on your way, I'll return to the rock and let the Marshal know what's going on. Come home safe, Deputy. That's an order.
You always were the soft one, little sister.
Oh, go to hell. Or at least make yourself useful and get us some drinks.
They're sisters. Let's get another picture of this.
People will be talking about this for a while.
Hello.
Okay, May, what do you got for me?
Time for me to keep my promise, runner? You can find Marco on Kodos aboard his ship. I'd advise you not to keep him waiting. He is not exactly patient. Good. Travel safely, runner. Should you ever crave the challenge of the mile again, it will be here, waiting for you.
Okay.
Don't know if it was brave.
Almost done, I think. So we should be heading to meet with Marco. And if this goes like the other ones, we'll be getting a slate from him. In fact, I think I'm just going to... Oh, wait a minute. Is this in the Moon of the Kilo? I think this might be... No, it's a... If that's a Moon of the Kilo, that's a ways away. So this is going to be a grav jump.
Damn it. It's the Mantis!
They do recognize me.
Wrong place, wrong time. Shit. It's the Mantis! Mantis! Yeah, right. Scanning.
They're not jumping out of here.
And they go blue. They're all done.
Please, don't kill me! Thank you.
Mantis. What's a mantis? That's a mantis. So yeah, just being in the mantis ship means that sometimes, you know, bad guys go, oh shit, it's the mantis, and they run away. Which is a good thing if you're in a hurry to go do stuff, and it's a bad thing if you're out there trying to get kills.
Captain, landing
I think you can still peel off the individuals like I did there. It's possible that I now have a bounty. We'll find out.
Hello, Captain.
Fortuna.
You the runner? Boss is in the back.
Anyone who allows us just to walk into a space like this is very, very confident. Or, I suppose, very insecure.
This music is gonna put me to sleep.
Are we impressed? Clearly that is the goal. I think... No, never mind. I am not impressed.
I see a door. He doesn't seem to care if I pick his door lock. Good practice. So that could be those two. There we go. And... Oops, that's not going to work. I think I have backed myself into a corner. Okay, so if this guy is going to be used, it's going to be in this position, which means we would need to save this guy for here. I really like that one where it is. We could also have here. That's different. This can only be used on the outer ring. This can also be used on the innermost ring. So I think I like using this one. Problem is, let's see if I can work out what the inner ring looks like. If I reserve that for the innermost ring, your innermost, your innermost. Second ring is these three. Oops, you're reserved. You could go there with you there. Have I got one that goes there? I think I found another one that doesn't quite work. Because I need to save this guy and this guy for the other two rings. Yeah, I think I'm going to re-roll this. Okay, different one. Well, that's the entire outer ring. This could only be used on the innermost ring, and it would be here. This can only be used on the outermost ring and it has to be here. There we go. So it gave me an expert lock that's going to be pretty easy to do.
I'm impressed. I could not accomplish that.
And that isn't even stealing. So, officer uniform and hat for the first. Plums. Okay. Turret computer. Let's have the turrets help us. Chardonnay. Now, I know we're mainly going to be using the velocity, but having all the wine is helpful. He does seem to have a lot of it scattered around. Okay. Gonna hit the velocity and get this party started. Thought I had it on a hot button. Consumable? Yeah, velocity yellow. There we go.
Welcome. May's message didn't exactly make it clear why you wanted to meet with me. If you're looking for work, my organization is always in need of pilots and security personnel, willing to take risks. Ah, I see. You did well to find me. I'm not an easy man to locate. Though I suppose we haven't exactly been keeping a low profile lately. Given the nature of the contract, a degree of exposure was always a risk, but a calculated one. To be honest, I think the Major is all but spoiling for a confrontation with the Rangers. Still, I confess, I'm a little disappointed that the Marshal sent a deputy instead of a full-fledged Ranger.
Tread carefully, Marco. You underestimate the deputy at your peril.
And who might you be?
Call me Andreja.
Welcome to my home, Andreja. If I may be so bold, you possess a certain mystique. It's a pleasure to have you here.
The feeling is not mutual, and I am not the one with whom you should be trying to curry favor, Marco.
Your deputy friend here could have a bright future, assuming we all keep our heads. To settle accounts, Major Hall served with distinction during the Colony War. But the leaders of the Freestar Collective, they turned on him. In his eyes, the Rangers are enforcers for a corrupt Council of Governors. That makes you his enemy. As for me, I didn't see any profit in nursing that grudge. I prefer to focus on the future. That's right. Major Hall spent 20 years in lockup nursing a grudge against the Freestar Collective. We all did. A lot of good men and women died for nothing because of those cowards you work for. You've chosen your side, and I've chosen mine. I'm not sure you are grasping the situation here, Deputy. You are on my ship, outnumbered by my guards, who will kill you without hesitation. I'm a businessman.
They'll try.
If you expect me to cooperate, I'm going to want something in return. I won't tell you everything. I do still have some loyalty to my unit. However, I can point you in the right direction. In exchange, I want the Rangers to let me operate with a free hand.
No, I don't think so.
I have a better idea. Instead, I tell
Andreja
you
wants to talk.
you don't want to know, but you should. The Council of Governors is a group of greedy and corrupt liars who are using you and the other Rangers to protect their own interests. Do you really think they give a damn about the people of the Freestar Collective? Whatever road brought you here, your journey ends today.
Winner takes all these victories, is it not?
Okay. I noticed that the turret immediately started working on the camera here. The outside turret is dealing with our enemies. I'm going to see if I can get into stealth here. I'm guessing I won't be able to get into stealth at this point. That's too bad. Where am I getting shot from? Ah. There he is.
I will have your head.
Where'd your gun go, Andreja? She's making shooty shooty bang bang. Just motions.
They should have known that.
Looks like there's... Yep, security camera. Which the turret didn't take out. The turrets are friendly. Don't shoot the turrets. Do need to loot the dead bodies, though. They might have some decent weapons. Probably don't need to aggressively look for all the wine in all the places, but if I see it, I'm going to grab it. Wow. This guy is well stocked with wine just laying around all over the place. Whoop.
Open fire.
Boom. I remember seeing a... Yep, there he is right there. So if we got everything, I should be able to turn off the alarm and finish looting in peace. I think we have looted everything of interest. Nope, door and a safe. Novice lock. So you're going to be one of those guys down there. You're up there. Boom. Boom. There we go. Another paramour. Good.
Hello?
She missed out on the old alarm thing. He must have been in the restroom or something. All sorts of good stuff in the lockers here. Sharpened osmium dagger. Plenty of wine in the reception area. And I think we have looted everything in here. Wanted to do that because I wasn't really sure if we were going to be able to come back. Good enough. Anything looks valuable that I missed? And we can hit the bed for a moment to do the heals. I could even do that after I do the next bit of the turn-in. I think, no, let's hit the rack quickly before we go back.
Will you be taking off immediately, or are there other matters that require your attention?
Keep installing new cool things in your ship.
If you have the time, I wish to speak to you.
Yeah.
I have been curious. I know that your role in Constellation was thrust upon you in an unusual way. But that experience does not demand that you stay. You could have delivered the artifact and then left. Why do you stay?
I love a good mystery.
One that, hopefully, will soon be solved. My past is complicated. And anyone in Constellation will tell you I do not speak much of it. But my family always stressed the importance of having a purpose in life. You must have a reason for being. Yes, that is one way of putting it. I am often surprised at how reluctant some are to agree with the idea. They sometimes seem offended I would suggest such a thing. When I first came to New Atlantis, I was shocked at how many people go about their business every day like drones. They do their jobs, eat their food, sleep in their beds, all seemingly without concern for anything around them. Complacent. Their experience is so different from much of the settled systems. They do not know how good they have it. Yes, they were. I did not grow up amidst such luxury. Purpose cuts through adversity. I know that all too well. And these people seem to have no idea. I have. There have been times where I wondered whether it was worth it. My family is unique within the settled systems. I grew up outside the bounds of the United Colonies, or the Freestar Collective. My parents, and their parents before them, did not believe anyone outside our family could be trusted or relied upon. You can imagine, I am sure, how existence without ties to others is challenging in space. It has certainly proven valuable. Saved me. A few times, without question. For now, though, it would seem you and I have found purpose in Constellation. I believe that is enough. I am pleased that we have common cause, and have enjoyed our time together. Thank you.
Okay.
Never mind. Sorry. Thinking of something else. Yes, Captain.
So, back to the rock.
Say your last goodbyes. This right here is my catnip. Orbit reached.
Okay, so Aquila is local. Very local. Whoops. Yeah, Aquila is local, and I forgot to turn on the autopilot before. Yeah, blew right past it, though.
These people claim to be independent, yet they still crowd together behind walls.
If you're looking to stay, so move in.
Okay, so third slate. Hopefully, Alex will be able to start decrypting these sometime soon.
The Helio
because I think that's my last lead.
Hey, deputy.
Welcome to the Rock.
Hey there, deputy.
Better this than being some dust ring.
Might be hard work, but it sure beats living under the boot.
Helga says I spend too much time at my terminal. He's probably right. Hey there, deputy. How goes the hunt for the first?
Oh, so far so good.
Good.
Yeah.
If you ask me, I don't think they stand a chance. You're like an Ashta creeping silently through the high grass, waiting for your chance to pounce, and then boom! Down they'll go. So, did you get any more of those encrypted slates? Because, let me tell you, I am so close.
Here you go.
Oh, come to daddy, you sweet little piece of technology. You go stalk your prey and leave the rest to me, deputy.
Okay. On the run, mission rewards, all done.
These rangers are some hard-blooded folk. They ain't afraid of anything.
So that's the end of the mission. That swings right into the next quest, which is first to fight, first to die. But as I said, that's the end of the quest. So we are going to chop the recording there and we'll start a new recording for the next quest. I will see you then.